What's going on, everybody? It's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. And today, guys, we have a ton of Solana news to talk about, stuff going on right now in the Solana NFT space that I think a lot of people maybe who have been out of the loop or haven't really been following along with might have either missed or want some more explanation on. So if you guys are new, you know what to do. Drop a like, folks, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So funny enough, despite maybe a little less cultural relevance over the past few months, Solana, Ethereum, all the major tokens that obviously we're looking at really haven't been doing all that bad. Especially considering Ethereum at one point was at like 800, Solana was at like $8. Things actually are kind of on the up and up right now for at least the majority of these coins. Now, Solana particularly, if we look at maybe the past few months, watching it rise from the ashes, especially, maybe going back to like late December where we were literally sitting at like $10, $9, watching that, 200% in value up here to around $20 has been a great thing. Now, there are a lot of nice sort of events and happenings right now on the Solana blockchain that I think a lot of people maybe aren't realizing that I do think will, in the future at least, lead to some increase in activity. So the first one, obviously, being the fact that DeGods, y00ts, a couple of the, major projects, they're still like killing it. They're still doing incredible. And that's very, very refreshing to see, especially considering y00ts right now, what they are trying to do and what they have been successful at is actually bridging to the Polygon blockchain. So obviously, if you guys haven't been following this, this is one of the first times in which a bridge like this from Solana has been done successfully. And of course, Frank from DeGods, who of course is reporting on everything here on Twitter, has been basically explaining how this has been working. But of course, Phantom Wallet has been doing it, and they talk about how the y00ts have been successfully migrated to their Polygon wallet, going very smooth, going very well. And a lot of people, of course, are saying that, hey, this was a very smooth process. People weren't terrified about losing their net worth watching, their, transition trying to go from Solana to Polygon. So that's always nice, especially considering sometimes these, transitions won't go that well. So definitely great to see that, something from Solana to Polygon, not an Ethereum bridge, Solana to Polygon has been working this well. So that's really refreshing to see. And then, of course, if we take a look at y00ts and DeGods in general, floor right now for DeGods at 655, and DeGods, to be honest with you, are probably one of the prime indicators for how the NFT community is doing because they really do seem to follow it. It's almost like if you were looking at, say, like the stock market and, you're trying to follow like Microsoft and Apple, when they're down, it's like, hey, the stock market isn't doing that well. DeGods, when DeGods are down, it's like, hey, NFTs are not doing that well. So DeGods, Bored Ape, and maybe a few other projects are kind of like big indicators in that scene. And definitely watching them here at 655 is pretty nice, especially considering, a lot of people who had to hold watched their DeGods fall to like 200. So that's very cool to see. And I'm noticing a little bit of increase in the floor price and just activity for a lot of sort of these, how would you describe, maybe you could say, just gem long-term kind of hold projects like Transdimensional Fox. This is part of at least the famous Fox Federation, which I know a lot of people will remember being sort of like an OG Solana project. We could look at some insights if we want to take a look even at maybe, let's say, we go to Magic Eden, of course, and we want to take a look at the activity over the past 30 days. You can see there is a good deal of activity increases on a lot of these projects. And again, you could look at maybe even some of the popular collections here, going through, looking at the 30-day volume, and it's like, hey, for the most part, the volume here is increasing for the most part. There are certain projects that obviously aren't, but again, when you look at the total amount of Solana that is actually being spent, again, golden tier projects that people do like and follow are performing pretty well. And the reason why I know this, and I think most people could probably agree with this, is because a lot of us actually bought these projects when they were down, saying, hey, hopefully at some point in the future, they'll have a spike. This is more like a long-term investment. And again, some of them not recovering maybe as well as others, but a lot of stuff is still hanging on. A lot of the Tayo projects are still kicking it as well. So just nice to see that these projects that we have followed for a long time are seeing some, light at the end of the tunnel, and that's kind of what I think most of us are looking for. Now, folks, if you guys have any questions on NFTs, of course, you guys could always message me on my Patreon, guys. The link down below in the description, of course. Always do appreciate the support on there. A lot of people like to just message me on there, or talk through the Discord, whatever you guys want to do. So if you guys would like to join up on the Patreon, you can check it out with the link down below in the description. But with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, you know what to do. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know more NFT news you guys want me to cover in the future. As always, my name is Matt. See you guys on the next one. Peace.